going to tell you a little bit about my grandson, Quanice Hayes. We called him Moose when he was born. He looked like Bullwinkle, so we've been calling him Moose ever since then. The only time he ever heard the word Quanice, he was in school. But through his family, he was known as Moose. And Moose was a vibrant little young man. He played sports. He was a natural athlete. He could play anything. The boy played lacrosse. And I'm like saying, I never known any black person that played lacrosse, but he was one. And he was good at it.
Right on.
Quanice left some siblings behind. He made his sister become, now she's the oldest sibling. And I don't think she's equipped for that. He was equipped to be the oldest sibling. His little brothers looked up to him as a hero. If I said something to them, they went and told him. And I used to have to tell him, look, I'm their grandma, so what? I'm not going to kill one of them. But he was good with his siblings. They loved him. And now we got to live with repetition of telling them, Moose is not coming back. And they don't understand, Moose is not coming back. And now they're living in a world where they got to be little activists. They see a crowd like we have now, and they'll get off the bus talking about, say his name, Quanice Hayes. And his brother is 4 years old, and the other one is 3. And this is the life they live, and they shouldn't have to live it. They lost their brother that was standing on his knees, sitting on his knees with his hands up, saying that he was reaching for a gun. Who gonna bring a play gun to a real gunfight?
Right.
But they want us to believe this stuff.
Anyway, even if you have it, they can't shoot you. I mean, what you said earlier about them
taking him to court.
Like,
right.
Go
to court.
Nothing he did.
They said that he did. He should have went to before a judge.
Yeah.
Or a jury. That's what he should have did. Give his family a chance to hire a lawyer if that's need be.
Yeah.
But, they didn't give him that chance. They just executed him. Yeah. There you go.
Tell them about how you trained all your family members to interact with the police.
It started with me as far as I can remember. It started before then because I listened to stories my grandmother and my mother used to tell about living in the South and how they had to behave. And they came to Chicago, and I was born there. And as I grew up, they told me, I'm 50 plus years old. So I know how to interact with the police. When the police come, let them see your hand. They should always see your hand. You shouldn't be reaching for nothing. Moose didn't do this. He was taught this. He has 5 uncles that can tell him, and a cousin that says to him, this is how you act with the police. This is what happened with me. This is what I did. Because they're stopped by the police on a regular basis. I got one they treat like a gang member. He is 30-something years old with 2 kids, a good job, and a wife. He don't have time for gang. But he's stopped by the gang task force on a regular basis. And, this shouldn't happen.
Yep.
It's profiling.
Yep.
And Moose was profiled. Oh, a thug with a gun.
What are the family's demands for justice?
We don't want the police investigating police. I think that's the dumbest thing that they could have created, including internal affairs. They police. These are people that kick it with each other. Golf. Go to the bar, have one. These are people that barbecue together. There's no way in the world. I got a friend. I'm going to tell them. They throw a brick through that window over there. I'm going to ask the police come and say, you see who did it? I don't, what? Seen what? I'm not going to tell on my friend. And it's the same thing with the police. They're not going to tell on each other. They need to have each other's back. In the job that they do need to have each other's back. But they need to draw the line at how far to go. Because if my friend is messing with little children, I'm going to the police myself.
What can people do to support this movement and to support your family and justice for Quanice Hayes?
Let's change laws. We made a law to be able to smoke weed. So if we can do that, we can do anything. They've been talking about weed when war on drugs. Weed been a drug for years. But now in this state, we can smoke weed. We can take a blunt, we can take a pipe, a bong, whatever the hell you smoke, and do it.
Yep.
If we can do that, we can change. We can have police reform. We can stop police from doing this, investigating police. We can stop this.
And from executing people on site.
You know, this is the whole thing. If they're scared, they shouldn't have this job. Because this is an intense job. And I think we need better training. They sitting up here talking about building a transit police station. They only got about 62 police. They want to spend $9 million. They want to hire more police for that position. We don't need more police. They need better training. Somebody needs to train them how to de-escalate instead of coming in guns blazing. This is how they go. This morning, I got on Facebook. The first thing I seen was the police went to the wrong house and killed some men. This is gotta stop. It can't be like this. And you know, people were saying it was just a black thing. It's not a black thing. They're killing everybody.
Yeah, and so I want to just show the people here some of the names of. We're out here. Donna and I are out here for the Feet to Fire campaign. And these are some of the names of folks in the Portland metropolitan region of all races that have been killed by police. So thank you for saying that too. And Black Lives Matter. We got to keep saying that also.
Does. Black lives do matter. And it's not a movement to set black people apart. It's to let you know that we're part too.
Yeah.
We're a part. We're
all
of this great nation. I say I am a citizen of this country. Been a citizen since my family arrived on the boat. Okay? Been a citizen. My grandmother's a citizen. My great-grandmother was a citizen. Her mother before her was a citizen. We're citizens. Black lives do matter.
You got anything else you want to tell folks?
You can follow me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay. Donna Hayes, you'll see this. Okay, you'll see this pen. And if you follow me, you might learn something. Lately, I've been talking about how to compare our police to the Gestapo and the SS. You'll find out, and it's not too much different. Maybe in the year and in the uniform. But the things they do, not too much different. Follow me on Facebook.
Thanks, Donna. Thanks for being out here to fight for justice for Quanice.
I have to.
We love you.
I would.